Good morning, students. Today, in lecture number 16, we are going to discuss the future perfect tense. In the previous lecture, lecture number 15, we have discussed in detail the simple future tense and future progressive tense. And today, we are going to study in detail future perfect tense. And this future perfect tense very well discusses the plans of tomorrow's or future time. Through this tense, one can easily plan about the tomorrow, about the future, and about the next happenings. And very well examples of this shall plus again we have this is the perfect form and the past participle of this word. We have walked, we have talked, we have opened, we have completed. That way we will form some sentences of this because the in simple future tense we have seen that the present perfect tense perfect tense gives the detailed information about the action of the complete. For example, I have written a letter, present perfect, and past perfect, he had written a letter means already the action was happened many time ago or long time ago. And I have completed means I have just completed my lunch. I have just completed my homework. Means the action of the complete given and how the use of this perfect tense shows that action was completed at some time in the past. In the case of this, the use of will and the shall together with the perfect form have plus past participle walked, talked, completed, written tells us that a certain action will be completed by some time in future. So how the present perfect tense gives the detailed information about the action which is completed in some time ago or in the past. And the same time this future perfect tense will plus have plus past participle very well discusses the action which will complete in future, and that is about the future plan, future action information is very well given through the future perfect tense. One example of this type we will see. Our train reaches Chennai at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. Our train reaches Chennai. Reaches is used simple present tense is used with future perfect. Our train reaches Chennai at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. All the offices will have opened by then. All the offices will have opened by then. So, will have opened is when means future perfect form is used here. So when we reach tomorrow at Delhi at 9 p.m., we will simply say the office will have opened, the market will have opened. अपन जब चेन्नई को 9:30 बजे पहुंचेंगे उसी टाइम शहर के सब ऑफिसेस खुले होंगे. It means that the future information, future plan about one's official work is discussed here. At the same time, if I say, when I reach to college tomorrow at 11 a.m., At that time, my office will have cleaned by the staff. मैं कल ऑफिस 11 बजे जब पहुंचूंगा तब मेरा ऑफिस पूरी तरह से क्लीन किया गया होगा. सो इस तरह द टुमारोज एक्शन इज वेरी वेल डिस्कस्ड बाय द फ्यूचर perfect tense. Again, we will discuss some more examples of this type. The Jew will have closed. Will have closed. Will plus have plus participle of future perfect tense. The Jew will have closed by the time we get there. By the time we get there or go there. This is again simple present. Suppose the Jew will have closed by the time we get there or we go there. Suppose the Jew's closing time is 5 p.m. in the evening. Around 5 in the evening, the Jew closed. It opens around 10 and ends or closed at 5. If someone is planning to go to the Jew around 4:30, we will simply say, if we go there, means if we start or if we decided to go to the court, now it's 4:30 and we will reach there around 5 p.m. and 5 p.m. is the closing time of the Jew. So he says the Jew will have closed by the time we get there, means when we go there at 5 p.m. the Jew will have definitely closed because the closing time is fixed. So there is no use of going to the Jew in the evening or by the time of closing because we could not allow in the Jew when its time of closing approached or comes. So this is one about that. The one more example. Iqbal will have slept. Will have slept when you call him. My dear friends, if you want to call him, you call Iqbal now, because if you late more than this time, we couldn't call him, connect with him because Iqbal will have slept at that time. Suppose everyone's sleeping time is around 9 to 10, in between 9 to 10 or 10 max, 10:30. If you have called him around 11:30, definitely Iqbal will have slept at that time. So one simply say Iqbal will have slept when you call him, means when you have decided to call him time of 11, Iqbal will have slept at that time. So if you want to call him, you just call him now, not delay than this. So these are some examples very well discusses the happenings, incidents in the future time which are attached with the simple present. Besides that, we have one more type of future tense, and that is future perfect progressive tense. And this future perfect progressive tense very well discusses the happenings in future too. Future perfect progressive tense. Like the present perfect progressive, past perfect progressive, we have future perfect progressive tense. And the rule is will plus have plus perfection of be plus form. will have been walking. In the simple present we have seen have or has been walking. They have been walking. She has been walking. In the past we have seen had been walking. And now in the future we have the future have will plus been plus walking. So will have been walking. So when we talk about tomorrow or the incident happening situations in the future, we simply say the future progressive tense form of the verb is used to express a special situation, and therefore we do not commonly use it in speech or writing. Look at the sentence below. In special situations we will use it because suppose if someone see me here in this class around this time around 11, one will definitely say he will have been teaching or he will have been running this business. He will have been running this, we can say the school institute for 10 years or since 10 years or since we have simply said since 2010. Means this future perfect progressive tense talks about action which though it is starts in the past and continues in the future, then we will simply say, for example, we have example by 2008, one example of this type here. By 2008, Bala will have been running the school by 2008. Bala will have been running the school for 10 years. For 10 years. By 2008, it means that in 1998, Bala has started school, and so by 2008, Bala will have been running the school for 10 years. Suppose one had started his business in 2000 or 2001, we simply say by 2020, by 2020 or 2021, he will have been running his business for 20 years. In this way, the accident which was the business, we can say business, work or education, profession of someone started in the past some time ago and the same is continued in future, we will simply say that in 2025 he will have been completed his 40 years, 45 years. That way we just predict about the future. Another example is when I see you next. You next means next visit or next meeting. When I see you next, you will have been working. You will have been. When I see you next, you will have been working at SF Pharma for 10 months. So this is about the one's future plan. If I say, if I meet you in 2030, now you are just born one. There is if I shared with someone that if I meet this child after 10 years, he will have been completed his, we can simply say his 5th standard. अगर मैं 10 साल के बाद बच्चों को मिलूंगा तो वो अभी फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड में है, वो 10 साल बाद 10वीं के एग्जाम देता होगा और 10वीं क्लास में होगा. दिस इज अबाउट द फ्यूचर. वी विल सिंपली गेस. Simply we can say expect or simply guess. And same time here we have so many examples of so many types. We will think about this when we come to know about this. There are some examples of this which are about this. We will also see some more examples. Then we will practice all the present, past and future tense altogether in the tomorrow's class. Before that, we will again practice some more examples of this type of future perfect progressive. So we will get the clear-cut idea of this type while writing or conversing with or holding a dialogues with someone. At this time tomorrow. At this time tomorrow means now it's 11 o'clock, 11:10. And at this time tomorrow means tomorrow 11 o'clock. What happens? We will simply say at this time tomorrow the man will have been slept. This is the rule third form of future progressive. Suppose this man slept now and he will rise tomorrow. So we say at this time tomorrow the man will have been slept for 24 hours. For 24 hours. Again, we have one example. They have been they will have been cleaning the house since morning when you reach there. Since morning when you reach there. It means that their cleaning work is a long one and it is still continuing. So when you reach there, the family members of the home will have been cleaning the home because the dust and atmosphere of the home was, we can say, unclean. So when you reach there, you will find that the members of the family will have been cleaning the home since morning and it will take definitely the evening as well. So this is little bit about this type. And so this is a simple future tense which is a short one and simple one. After this we will just conclude all present tense, past tense and future tense all together and take the practice of some examples. Then we will come to know the uses of these tenses. After making a detailed study, after the detailed study of the kinds of the tenses, we have also seen the uses of these tenses in our routine. And then also in tomorrow we will again practice of all the tense, present, past tense, future tense and their respective four kinds. With some examples we will discuss it and also make the detailed study of it. So with this brief information about future perfect and future perfect progressive tense, I take your leave. Thank you very much.